I'm 101 years old, and there's a grocery receipt folded in my wallet that's older than most smartphones. The ink's faded to almost nothing, but you can still make out 6 items circled in blue pen. Oats, collard greens, blueberries, black-eyed peas, almonds, mackerel. I bought those same things every week for 40 years without making a fuss about it. That little strip of paper outlived 3 presidents, 2 husbands, and most of my childhood friends. People ask me all the time what my secret is. They want some magic answer. I don't have one. I just kept showing up to the same choices. Back in the 70s, I was a head nurse at a county hospital in Georgia, running between rooms, eating whatever was quick. I had no idea I was quietly building a body that would carry me past a century. In 1974, I was standing in a narrow clinic hallway holding a brown envelope with my test results inside. The doctor was younger than me, which made it worse somehow. She tapped the paper with her pen and said, "If you keep eating like that, you won't see 70. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because I didn't know what else to do. On the drive home, the steering wheel felt heavier than usual. I kept replaying her voice. That night, I cleaned out the fridge. Didn't announce it. Didn't make it a big thing. I just threw out the lard, the white rice, the fried chicken leftovers in foil. My husband asked what I was doing. I told him I didn't want to die yet. He didn't argue. I stood there barefoot on cold linoleum, realizing I liked being alive more than I liked convenience. There's a dented cast iron skillet hanging in my kitchen now, same one my grandmother gave me. Oats in the morning, not the instant kind with sugar, just rolled oats with walnuts and blueberries. I started that at 53. Tasted like wet cardboard at first. I complained about it for months. My youngest daughter said I was being dramatic, but something shifted after a while. My energy steadied out. I wasn't dragging by mid-afternoon anymore. My temper cooled. I stopped snapping at people over nothing. It wasn't about dieting. It was about not feeling like garbage all the time. Food stopped being entertainment and started being fuel. That small change did more for me than any prescription ever did. In the backyard garden behind our old brick house, I planted collards, tomatoes, and okra every spring. My husband used to tease me about how proud I looked carrying that woven basket inside, like I'd just won the lottery. Olive oil, greens, black-eyed peas, fish twice a week. That became our normal. Nothing fancy, just consistent. When he passed at 79, I nearly let the garden die. For a while, grief tasted stronger than hunger. I'd stand out there in the dirt and forget why I'd come outside. But pulling weeds kept my hands busy, and busy hands kept my heart from breaking all at once. I kept planting. kept eating the same things. It felt like honoring him in a way. There's a small glass jar of almonds on my counter right now. I snack on those instead of pound cake. I drink water instead of sweet tea. Nothing heroic about it. I still enjoy dark chocolate on Sundays. I still eat cornbread. But I stopped overeating decades ago. Somewhere along the way, my relationship with food shifted from comfort to care. I realized my body wasn't indestructible. It was borrowed time, and borrowed things deserve respect. I stopped treating meals like rewards and started treating them like maintenance. Sounds cold maybe, but it kept me moving. When I turned 70, I attended 3 funerals in 1 month. All friends, all younger than me. One was 68, heart attack. Another was 69, stroke. The third was 67, diabetes complications. I sat in the back pew at the last service and felt something crack open inside me. It wasn't luck keeping me here. It was accumulation. Thousands of small choices stacking quietly over decades. Choices nobody saw. Choices that didn't feel important at the time. I went home that afternoon, opened that old grocery receipt, and circled those same 6 foods again with a pen. Oats, greens, black-eyed peas, berries, fish, nuts. I decided right then that I wasn't just being healthy. I was choosing to stay. That was the first time I understood the difference. One is passive, the other is active. I was actively choosing to be here. The years after that felt different. I wasn't just going through motions. I was paying attention. I noticed how my knees felt after I ate fried food. I noticed how my sleep improved when I had mackerel instead of pork chops. I noticed how my mood evened out when I stuck to the routine. It wasn't willpower, it was pattern recognition. My body was telling me what worked, and I finally started listening. At 80, I was still walking 3 miles a day. At 90, I was still cooking my own meals. At 95, I was still pulling weeds. People acted like it was a miracle. It wasn't. It was just momentum. My second husband passed 5 years ago. We had 18 good years together. He used to joke that I was going to outlive everyone out of sheer stubbornness. Maybe he was right. After he died, I thought about giving up. Thought about just eating whatever, letting things slide. But I couldn't. The habits were too deep. I'd wake up and make oats without thinking. I'd water the garden because my hands knew the motion. I kept going because stopping felt harder than continuing. Grief is heavy, but routine is heavier. And sometimes that's what saves you. I'm not special. I didn't run marathons. I didn't become a vegan. I didn't do cleanses or fasts or any of that. I just stopped eating garbage and started eating real food. That's it. Whole grains, vegetables, legumes, berries, nuts, fish, the same 6 things for 40 years. My doctor says my cholesterol is better than hers. My blood pressure's normal. My heart's still ticking along. I take 2 pills a day. That's it. Most people my age are on a dozen. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you what happened. If you're watching this at 30 or 40, you probably think 101 is impossible. I used to think that too. When I was young, I thought people who lived past 90 were freaks of nature. I thought it was all genetics. But genetics only takes you so far. The rest is what you do when nobody's watching. It's what you eat when nobody's clapping. It's the choices you make in the grocery store, in your kitchen, at 10 p.m. when you're tired and everything feels hard. Those moments add up. They compound. They become your body. They become your life. Longevity isn't dramatic. It's ordinary. It's boring even. It's oats every morning. It's greens with dinner. It's water instead of sweet tea. It's walking when you don't feel like it. It's sleeping 7 hours. It's not eating until you're stuffed. It's treating your body like it matters, because it does. I'm not here because of a miracle. I'm here because of repetition. Take care of the small things now. One day you might wake up surprised you made it this far, and you'll be grateful you did.